The Kru peoples of the Ivory Coast live in the southwestern part of the country. The majority are subsistence farmers who also grow cocoa and coffee for export. They speak one of about a dozen related languages and are known for their music and the central role it plays in their culture. The Kru area has been plagued by ethnic conflict for many years. In the political upheavals of early 2011, thousands in the area were killed and hundreds of thousands fled for their lives. Evangelism and church planting has been going on among the Kru peoples for decades, but while Bible translation work was initiated in many languages, it has yet to be completed in most. Today, Kru Christians are organizing themselves to translate the Bible, but they need help to complete the task.
Ce sont les missionnaires qui viennent au niveau de la cible qui sont
In the past, Wycliffe missionaries raised financial support in their own churches and came to do Bible translation here. They would collaborate with national believers to do it. However, for example, when it came time for their kids to go to college, they were obliged to return to their home countries. When this happened, or when they left because of sickness or other reasons, they had to stop their collaboration with the national team and translation would come to a stop. When we thought about that, we realized that Bible translation, which is a ministry of the church, should not be constrained by anyone's family obligations because it's God's work. Then God showed us that even though the national translators may not have financial support, they will always be living right in the language area, and they have the training and abilities to do the translation. So what should be done? Should they stop because the missionaries are no longer there? We didn't think so. So we 4 translation teams from 4 different language groups decided to work together, and we visited all the churches in the area and asked them to get involved. Together we are translating God's Word, and then setting God's Word to music, because that is how all important news is transmitted in our cultures. In Gary territory, where we work, there is a retired government official. He had become a Christian in 1963, but had fallen away. When he heard that we were translating the Bible into his language, he summoned one of us and asked to hear the translation. When we read from the Gospel of Matthew, he asked us to teach him to read it. We did and gave him a copy, and he was thrilled. Now he reads it every day and keeps asking us to hurry and finish translating the rest of the Bible as well. Bible translation in our languages is demolishing the barriers that have existed between Christians of different denominations. Here, we're not all Catholic and we're not all Protestant. We all come from our own denominational group, but we all get along well and work well together. And we are here to serve all believers. That is one of the great strengths of Bible translation. We're speaking with Mr. Didier Bita. He is the director of SIL in the Ivory Coast, and he was also one of the translators for the Kuya New Testament. Kuya is a Kru language that now has the New Testament. Mr. Bita, could you tell us what it's meant to have the New Testament in your mother tongue for your people?
I would first like to thank the seed company for what they have been doing since many years for all the languages all around the world. It's really important for us to have the Bible translated in our local languages. One of the examples is the Kuya language. When I was born, we did not have a New Testament in our language, so we had to listen, let's say, preachers into French and into the, let's say, neighboring languages. So we were a little bit frustrated. But now that we have a New Testament in our language, when the word of the Lord is preached, we straightly understand what it means, because it is done in the language of our heart. We no more need to look for translations. We no more need to have dictionaries to size the meaning of a word as such. So it's really important for us to have, let's say, the New Testament or the whole Bible to be translated in our language. And we are really grateful to the Lord.
Baba.